Hey, Big D in the house. I would like to talk about the weirdness of the American work culture. So, I work in an office environment, and it's like a 50-50 split between guys and girls. And one thing I've noticed is that quite a few people in the office care way too much about their job. They're like the atypical boxer, the horse from the book Animal Farm. I will work harder. And there's me and probably like one or two other people in the office that we only do what we have to do, but some of them are more social with everybody else. Like I avoid water cooler talk mostly because I've been there long enough and I've heard the conversations of the majority of the people in the office, and all I've heard is these people talk shit about people left and right. And my whole thing is, if you're sitting there talking crap about people, what are the odds you've done that about me? And, those odds are pretty good. And, since I have to come to the conclusion you've done that about me, the only healthy thing to do is to basically not trust and respect somebody like that. So I actually try to avoid interacting with these people. Like I go in, I do my job, I avoid interacting with as many of my coworkers as I possibly can, and my work day's pretty stress free. Like I work half the time, and the other half I literally just go for walks to prevent myself from getting sick physically from being in a desk job. Like I walk 5 miles a day, bare minimum. I eat a lot of healthy food at my desk, mostly steamed vegetables, cheese sticks that are 50 calories, and I bring books to work, and I can go on the internet and learn stuff. Like lately, I've been trying to learn more about reselling stuff on eBay, and what books to grab, stuff on those lines, what things are valuable in thrift stores. you know my thing is, if I'm going to be putting in more overtime for something, I would rather be putting my heart and soul into a job that I actually own and that I can do in retirement. And it seems like, I don't know, like YouTube and a combination of, like reselling and becoming a merchant would probably be the best bet, because I can control my hours. I'm consistently on the move. You can meet new people, make relationships that way. And you're just your own boss, and it just sounds better than the whole corporate office environment thing. But I know I sort of veered off the whole office politics thing, and like people stress themselves at work, but like my main message is, a lot of these people, I feel like they're stressing themselves out, and they're just complaining about everything and everyone around them. And I just never got the mentality behind that. Like, why would you be the office whipping boy and take on all this stress and work for other people, especially since nobody you work with is really your friend. They're just a fair weather acquaintance, and the company is only going to keep you around for as long as they need you for. If they don't need you, they're just going to fire you. So I don't really get this whole going above and beyond, stress yourself out with this stuff, talk crap out of, like, you just go to work and do your job and avoid people, and your life will be easier. Like, that's my main message, man. Like, if you avoid people and just do your job and then focus your time and effort and your give a fucks on things that matter to you, like lifelong fitness, eating right, getting your money right, learning how to budget, maybe start some side businesses that you can grow into, and maybe dump the office job or whatever you're doing, you would be your time would be better spent. And since you're focusing on things you can control versus other things you can't, you're going to be more content and you're going to be stress free in working in these environments. And like the biggest stressor about my job is, you know, the coworkers at the end of the day, man, because a lot of them are just negative and they're overly stressed out. And a lot of them, I just get the feeling like they're entitled to your time and they want you to basically, I don't know, help them out a lot when to personally, I just don't see the point of taking a lot of work off from them, man. I mean, everybody has a role. Do your job, and there won't be a problem. And just disconnect from things. I just don't understand why people take things so seriously, including my job. I mean, like the way I look at it, the promotion path at my job isn't worth it. You're doing a lot of stuff for not a whole lot more pay, and it screws with your ability to get overtime and to basically relax and avoid people. So, like, the best promotion path is like a $5,000 raise at the end of the year. And I know this from talking to one of my bosses, and, they work split shift. They have to go to emergency situations that happen all the time. Uh, they have to be on site. So anytime an emergency happens, somebody calls them. They have to go kill time in business meetings, which come off as a major waste of time. And that $5,000 raise, it's more like a $3,500 or less raise due to me being single. So it just seems like I'm taking on a lot more stress and a lot more responsibility for a pay raise that sucks. And it makes it harder for me to get overtime, which I can make more money on overtime than they can on their pay raise. So, there's just no incentive to take on more responsibility at work when it's just going to make my work-life balance suck more. All right. Just my thoughts. Big D out.